Detached head state, two words that have already ruined more Friday afternoons than anything else in software engineering. Hello and welcome to all our viewers. It's amazing to see such a strong engineering community joining us today. Today is special. I'm joined with the SmartGit team. We have Cornelia, we have Billy, and we have Daniel with us. So let's do a quick check. Daniel, what is the most embarrassing Git mistake you remember?
I have one from yesterday. I pushed changes in an old feature branch that was already merged, and it really annoyed me. Thanks to SmartGit, I could fix it.
Well, I love that you are admitting it here live in this session. And Willy?
Yeah, that's one I stumble upon like every day or so, that I mistake theirs and mine, or switch the meaning between them when I'm doing rebases. So yeah, that happens a lot of quite often.
Okay, actually, after hearing this story, I feel much better about my own mistake. I deleted the remote developer branch. I wished I could change my name or magically disappear from Earth, but since that was not possible, I reframed it and told my boss that I have found the security vulnerability in our system and I'm not asking for a reward. So at least he won't throw me from the window. Okay, so I have another question for you. Maybe Daniel or Willy. What is the number one quiz question that is currently destroying everyone's scores?
I spoiled already. I think in our previous discussions, I think the questions on the rebase with theirs and mine are really important for everybody, you know, because it might seem kind of obvious if you know, but if you don't know, it's really confusing that when you rebase, theirs and mine are suddenly changed, you know. If you know, do the Git quiz, you will understand why.
Okay. And Willy, what do you think? Do you have another opinion or do you agree with Daniel?
I have to second that. Yeah, the whole rebase questions, they really are quite hard. I'm doing rebases all the time, like every day, multiple rebases, and still I couldn't answer all of them without error. Also just because also the commands are really cryptic sometimes.
I asked also Mark, who built the huge part of gitskills.dev, and the same question actually, and his answer was it was a question related to the concepts of reset, head, index, and working tree. Part 2. We might check the question and the quizzes later when we will go and through the quizzes and play them. Connie, if a developer watching this stream has time to take just one quiz on the gitskills.dev to save their jobs next week, what should that question be?
Yeah, I would recommend starting just with the warm-up quiz because it's quick, it's beginner-friendly, and it gives you also a good first sense of your Git knowledge. So that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, that's very insightful, I think, for a lot of engineers in the community. I noticed that Mark was recently expanding the concepts on the concept series on gitskills.dev. I'm curious, maybe Daniel or Willy, what is the one concept you think that 90% of senior devs out there think they know but actually get wrong?
Sorry, it might sound a bit boring, but I still think it's rebase. Also, when you talk with the community, very often I hear people that say, yeah, I'm super comfy with Bash and I do all Git with Bash. But then you find out that they are really scared of rebase because they never understood with Bash how rebase works. And a graphical client helps if you want to do rebase and have a clean history. But again, it's even better if you understand the underlying concepts.
Willy, you wanted also, I think, to say something.
Yeah, maybe I overestimated, but from the concepts, I think also that it's really insightful to always remember that Git itself does not store any diff information at all. So everything which might feel weird about Git often comes from that part. Yeah, that Git doesn't store the difference between commits, but stores snapshots. And that explains some weird edge cases in Git.
That's nice to know. On the git-skills.dev, we have also the how-tos section. And I would like to ask Connie, what is the single most searched? How do I fix this mess scenarios you notice that developers are running into?
Yeah, the how-to section is really cool. And the most interesting one is how to remove a file from a Git commit, because it solves the very common oops moment. And it shows also very practical Git rescue workflow. So it's really good.
Okay, it contains some... It's not too long, actually, and very digestible for those who don't like to spend a lot of time reading tutorials and so on. So now the Smart Git team has spent years building this ultimate GUI, which is SmartGit, and make Git visual and intuitive. So we can stop making so much mistakes on our Git workflow and on our daily job. So, but we realized there is something else about engineers. Deep down, we secretly love to test our knowledge and take challenges. So we built exactly that. And today, I'm so happy to announce that we are officially launching gitskills.dev. Let me just switch to the homepage. And this is not just another boring documentation or a passive tutorial. It's actually a battleground for your Git mental model. First of all, I would like to thank you, all the SmartGit team, for this slick and beautiful UI. But don't let that beautiful design fool you, because those quizzes right here are actually tough. And right now, we are not just going to look at them, but also we are going to run them and play them live. So maybe I will select a quiz from the concepts, which is this one, concepts, commit, branches, and head, part 3. And for those who are in the chat, you are my co-pilot. The SmartGit team, you are also my co-pilot. Maybe you can help me to select or to give me some advices and recommendation about what is the right question, the right option according to your experience and opinion. So I'm putting my reputation on the line right now. Okay, so first question. The first question or this quiz actually is meant to help developers build the solid Git mental model around the snapshots, references, branches, and head. What's the question? The question is, assume a clean working tree and that feature already exists. Which kind of Git action gets from before to after? We have here 2 mermaid diagrams, and this is actually a game changer for engineering workflow. Because most devs fail because they can't see the commit tree, and those diagrams or such similar diagrams turn abstract commands into visual maps, and you will see them in many quizzes when you try to play the diagrams. So let's check the options. We have as first option, detached checkout using git checkout commit or git switch -- detach. We have move a branch ref only with git update ref or git branch -f. We have create a branch only with git branch, and we have switch to an existing branch with git switch or git checkout. So, team, what do you think? Which one could be the right option?
The good thing, it doesn't matter because there is also an explanation if I choose something wrong.
Yeah, that's true. We will go through the detailed explanation. Then let me just select this one. Wow, that was a disaster. And that's why this tool is very important, because we are all fraud. So this detailed explanation is actually provided by each quiz, and it's your learning moment. Because gitskills.dev is not just teaching you in a passive way, it explains the key concepts to you, and while you are testing your knowledge. So what we have here, this option was wrong, and the fourth one was the correct one, because the right concept here is switching to an existing branch that makes head attached to feature, and check out the commit feature already points to. In command terms, that is git switch feature or git checkout feature. A detached checkout could also land on commit B, but head would point to B directly instead of the feature to feature. Creating a branch or moving a branch ref would not produce the attached head result shown here. Okay, then let's move to the next quiz. We have also two mermaid diagrams here. A new feature branch appears at the current commit, and head ends up attached to it. Which kind of git action matches the changes? We have 4 options. Two clear mermaid diagrams showing main and head and feature and head. So the first option, create and switch to a new branch with git switch -c or git checkout -b. Switch to an existing branch with git switch, git checkout, or create a branch only with git branch, or detached checkout with git checkout commit, git switch detach. Any suggestion from your side, from my co-pilot, from the team? Willy, you want to give me a suggestion maybe?
I have to admit that actually I'm not quite sure if I remember this. Because, it could be git branch, but it could also be git checkout -b, maybe. Yeah. So I would take the first one.
Okay, let's reveal the truth. Oh, nailed it. Thanks. Okay, why this is the correct option? The right concept is creating a new branch and switching to it. That adds feature at the current commit and makes head attach to that new branch in command terms, that is git switch -c feature or git checkout -b feature. Creating a branch only would leave head or on main. And switching to an existing branch assumes feature already exists. A detached checkout would not create and attach the new branch. Okay. Then the next one. The next quiz is actually different from the previous ones because it's a multi-choice. We need to select more than one option, then apply check. And I'm glad that we added these multi-choice quizzes also to gitskills.dev. So after the change below, which statements are true? Head is detached from any branch name. We have here main head, and here we have a different mermaid diagram to help us understand the issue. Commit C stopped being reachable from any ref. A new commit now would move to main, and main move back to B. Do you have any suggestion, Connie, Willy?
Yeah, I think main moved back to B.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a new commit now would not move main. That's what I think. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, we will find out. No worries about that. Okay, should I select another one or just check? Let's click check. Okay, we are, yeah, half of our selection was right, but the first option was not the correct one. The first one is the correct one. Checking out a specific commit detaches head, so head points directly to B instead of through a branch name. That means a new commit made now would not advance main. Main still stays at C unless you switch back to it or attached head to another branch. Git does not create a branch automatically, and commit C is still reachable because main now points to it. Okay, then we have the fourth quiz in the series. As you may have noticed, all the quizzes, actually, they are not too long. They are sometimes between 5, 6, 7 questions, which is very helpful for anyone who does not have a lot of time to try those quizzes. So, if
But
you
I think it's great that it remembers how you did. If you go to the top, you can see how you did, which questions you got right and which ones you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And it reveals to you which options are failed, which questions you answered right, and so on. So you can have expectation from your final about your final score. And there is one more thing to mention is when you try to play the same quiz the next time, or even now, if you do a refresh, the order of the options will change in order to not answer, in order to avoid that developers will answer the same questions according to what they remember, not according to what they have learned. Okay, so this is again a multi-choice quiz. A ref move changes the before state into the after state. Which two conclusions follow? Moving feature to B required a new commit. Head to detach before feature could move. Head can stay on main with another ref moves while another ref moves, or feature can move without becoming the checked out branch. Any suggestion, Daniel?
I want to go with the first one.
Okay. So I think we can also select another one because it's a multi-choice. We can select 2 or 3 at least. Moving feature to be...
Maybe head can stay on main. Because seem connected. We will see.
Okay, the moment of the truth.
That is one of the quizzes I haven't made yet.
So mine was wrong.
Okay, yeah. The last 2 options are the correct one. This change shows that Git can move a non-current branch ref without switching to it. Head stays attached to main, so the current commit remains C, even though feature is repointed from A to B. Git can do that with commands such as git update ref or git branch -f. No new commit is needed, and head does not need to detach just because some other branch name moves. All right. Not the last one, but we still have 2 quizzes. Yes.
Okay, maybe for those that joined late, maybe you can show the URL again, the URL of the web page where we're at, because I think some people joined a bit later, and it would be cool if we can share again where to find this.
Yeah, sure. So I will put it in the chat.
Sorry for disturbing you.
Yeah, no worries. Can you do it for me? I pasted the URL in the Google Meet
Yes,
chat.
I will do it. I will take care of it.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate your support. So here the quiz says, you want to keep working from the detached head commit shown below. Which kind of Git action matches the change? We have again two mermaid diagrams, before and after. Create and switch to a new branch with git switch -c, git checkout -b. Create a branch only with git branch. Detached checkout with git checkout commit, or git switch -- detach, or switch to an existing branch using git switch or git checkout. So this is not a multi-choice quiz. We need to select just one option. I will go with this one. Wow. Okay, that was wrong. So the right one is the right concept is creating a new branch and switching to it. That preserves the detached -head commit by giving the new name secure rescue and reattaching head to that branch. In command terms, that is git switch -c rescue or git checkout -b rescue, and so on. Okay, let's go to the last question. After the branch name move shown below, which conclusions follow? We have a mermaid diagram showing the state before and another one shown as the state after, which we moved from this one to this one. This is a multi-choice quiz. Git had to detached head before moving main. Moving main to B required creating a new commit. Moving main away from C did not directly delete commit C. Head can stay attached while its branch name moves. What do you suggest, Connie, Willy, Daniel? Any
I
volunteers?
was the second one.
The second one, okay.
Second one.
Multi-choice question, okay. We need at least another, to check another option.
Yeah.
I would choose the last two the last two options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's go with Willy's choice.
Oh.
Rakia, I have a question.
Yes.
When you select these three answers and then you think they should be just two, can you change that also? Because I haven't tried that yet.
There is actually two modes in the git-skills.dev. One mode is for single choice and another mode for multi-choices. But the default one is the single choice. So which means that you will try, sorry, not choice, but try, single try or multi tries. The default options is to what we are doing right now. I have just to answer each question or each quiz once. For the multi-try mode, maybe we can check again with Mark whether it needs some extra setup. Honestly, Mark would be the right person to answer it because we wanted to make the onboarding as easy as possible. At the beginning, we had before start playing any quiz, you need to select which try mode do you want, single or multiple trials. Then we removed it and started showing just this single try mode.
So there is people in the YouTube chat also contributing ideas to the quiz results.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, do a detached checkout. Thank you for the answer. We selected three options, but only two of them were correct. And this one was wrong. Here we have again an explanation. This diagram shows the difference between refs, commits, repointing main from C to B changes the name to commit relationship, but it does not directly delete commit C. Okay, and now I can click on finish to see my score. Unfortunately,
And
I
I think
can't. Yeah, it would be a disaster.
we haven't done too great.
Yeah. Wow. 17%. Okay. So our collective Git knowledge is slightly terrifying, actually. But
Yeah,
that's
no, maybe not terrifying, because we build SmartGit, we focus on working with SmartGit, so we are not so proficient in the command line options all the time.
That's true. Yeah, SmartGit is meant to be the GUI that helps devs avoid such kind of mistakes or mastering a lot of such details. But because not only our collective knowledge in this session is not so perfect, a lot of engineers out there are also might be struggling with Git sometimes. And for that sake, there is a second half on the gitskills.dev, which is the Git how-tos. And it shows you exactly how to fix a mess like what I did right now. So we have here a lot of multiple how-tos, like for example, how to remove a file from a commit, the one that Cornelia just mentioned, and it was many developers are searching for those tips. We have, for example, how to delete a branch, how to check out a remote branch, how to rename a branch.
I like this one very much. They revert a file to a specific Git commit.
This one.
Yes.
I run into such scenarios multiple times in my daily job. And those how-tos will allow you as a dev or as an engineer or as anyone who needs to work with Git, they allow you to skip the dance manual and give you the exact steps visually and, for example, how to undo a commit, or how to fix a branch, or how to recover lost commit, or like this one, how to revert a file to a specific Git commit. So I scored 17%, which was a disaster, but now it's your turn. Now I would like to challenge you. So for everyone who is watching us, as soon as this stream ends, go to gitskills.dev and take the advanced concept quiz. And when you get your score, click share and post it on LinkedIn or on X using the hashtag gitskills. Also tag SmartGit. You can use the hashtag SmartGit as well. And we want to see who actually understands their commit trees very well. We will be watching the hashtags and resharing the best scores. So if you have any question about Git, gitskills.dev, drop them in the chat right now. Let's see what we got.
And I have, in the meanwhile, I have my personal tip that I have to give to myself all the time again.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm a bit in a rush and I don't read the messages I get. And I'm a bit quick on approving stuff like force push to main. And so for myself, I can only recommend to others as well, maybe be a bit more patient and read the messages a bit more in detail, and it will save you time in the long run.
You mean the messages in a pull request or merge request?
Yes.
The commands. Okay, yeah. Actually, now, even with the AI and if we are in a rush, sometimes even when we want to read the messages, we won't have enough times to them. That's why I personally recommend my colleagues to, at least when you have an idea to share it concisely and not to write a long message, because not everybody has enough time to read every message and check there. But I agree with you that speed without enough checking and enough discipline might not be the right approach to move on. I don't see questions actually, besides some just comments on the chat. So then, before we close out this session, I want to throw it over to Connie, Willy, and Daniel one last time. If you could leave our viewers with one golden rule for mastering Git, or just one thing they should absolutely never do on a Friday afternoon, what is your final piece of advice to the community today?
Never merge on Friday afternoon if you have no time to fix the consequences.
Willy?
If you brought yourself into a spot where you don't know any way out, maybe take a step back, take a deep breath, maybe start an evaluation of SmartGit to get you out of there, or let someone else fix it. Git is really does not forget a lot of things, so it's hard to really shoot yourself in the foot. But you can get into trouble if you continue breaking things.
And Connie?
Yes, and I'm a fan of squashing commits to have a clean history, but I would recommend not to do this on Friday afternoon, because sometimes it's quite good to have the chance to change something on Monday or to fix something, so squashing maybe later.
I asked also Mark the same question, and his advice was push remaining changes into a feature branch, not into main. So huge thanks to the SmartGit team. Thank you, Connie, Willy, and Daniel, for those pieces of advices and for hanging out in this session and building this awesome free resource for the community. So remember to smash the subscribe button and the like button as well, and go take the quiz on gitskills.dev, and may your merges be always free of merge conflicts. Catch you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.